So sometimes if we can't find local fosters, we will partner with other rescues, and that's one of the good things about the rescues that her and I work specifically with, being a Little Paws of Love and Muddy Paws, which are local. Everybody kind of knows what their wheelhouse is, and if it's, we don't have the clientele for fosters or adopters, there are other rescues nationwide that have specializations in spina bifida or hydrocephalus or cleft palates, some being on California,
Yeah,
some
definitely.
being
So
in
even
Maryland.
if people were to reach out to us and they weren't local, we would still be able to help them get their babies or adult dogs into rescue for sure.
And
Whether it be
transporting them, how would they end up getting them?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways. Some of them are done by volunteer basis, right, where they drive them depending on what the issue is. If it's, like cardiac stenosis, we're not putting them on a plane. Hydrocephalus, sometimes we're not putting them on a plane. But for some of my older cleft palates and some of my spina bifida dogs, I have worked closely with SWAT, which is Southwest Airlines Transport Team, where Southwest donates a seat, and a employee donates their time, and they help transport the dog. So you meet your airplane nanny an hour or so ahead of time, and they happily take your baby and fly them on their day off to another state. And then I have also worked closely with Paws Pilots, where a pilot will donate their time, their gas, utilize their money, and they will fly the dog to another rescue or foster. Those are shorter trips because they're little planes, but we've been able to work where there's multiple legs as well.
Is Paws and Pilots a local group, or how do you get in touch with them?
So there is a Facebook page. I was put in contact with one of the coordinators, which has been great. And then you have a pilot that says, I am willing to leave from this place on this time. Where are we flying to? And it's really cool organization between probably like 5 or 6 people who's taking the dog to the airport, who's flying, and everyone just kind of works really well. And it's all done through like email, group chat.
And that must be so rewarding. Like, I'm sure you follow after
Oh,
the dog
yeah.
lands somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
then
so
get
you
the
still know.
pictures
Yeah.
And the selfies of like the pilot holding
Right.
the puppy on
How
the plane,
cute.
like, look what we did. And I've
Right.
been able to transport tiny little cleft palates, days older, and I've been able to transport a 130-pound Neapolitan Mastiff.
Wow.
And so there's no weight limit with Paws and Pilots. Private jet.